Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Bio News Network. We are actually providing you with a very up-to-date report regarding current storm activity that's tracking its way across the continental United States. As of early this morning, and we're talking about today being the 24th of March, we actually had a system that was with the center actually a little bit in the southwest area of Texas, but it's actually brought quite a bit of snowfall for the areas of New Mexico, areas such as Taos, Santa Fe, Albuquerque, and quite a bit of snow at higher elevations in the Sandia Mountains were reported. So as this system makes its way across, we have been actually tracking it for the past few hours, and by all means, if you appreciate up-to-date weather content, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel, and you'll be able to provide you with the latest information regarding developments for the weather that affects you, your neighbors, family, and may impact property also. So let's actually get into this. We're actually taking a closer look at the system as it makes its way across. Now, if you recall from last week, the southeast has been battered by tornadoes, and we anticipate elevated risk going forward for the next 24 to 48 hours. We anticipate a transition from Thursday through Sunday from very, very high threat of tornado activity to severe thunderstorms and supercell activity, even in the area of the Mississippi Valley, Tennessee Valley area. So we have an enhanced alert for tornado activity possible in the areas of Alabama and Mississippi at this time. So we wanted to provide you with this update, and also we want to take a closer look at temperatures across the country just to give you an idea of the difference between temperatures from one area of the country to the next, just to give you an idea of the impact of this system. If we take a look at the temperature in New York, it's currently as of 6 p.m. Eastern, and these are temperatures of 6 p.m. Eastern, it's 52 degrees, whereas in Miami it's 80 degrees Fahrenheit. But then we have, as far as Lubbock, Texas, where the system is going to be migrating and impacting, we have a temperature of 59 degrees. And then in Amarillo, Texas, which is a little bit further north, we're showing a temperature of 41 degrees. We anticipate that there will be some snowfall transition to a wintry mix of precipitation to snowfall there as this system migrates, making its way currently on an east-northeast track. Now, as this system makes its way across, we are actually dealing with potential supercell activity, and we're actually looking at possibly scattered large hailstorms associated with the supercells, which are severe thunderstorms. And as we get closer and closer into the area, which is going to be East Texas, East Oklahoma, even northern Louisiana, you can actually see from our model here that there's significant precipitation in the area of the New Orleans area, even the northern panhandle of Florida, and also southern Alabama. So the Gulf Coast area is going to be a significant source of warm, moist air, and as this area actually collides almost with the area of cold, that air that's coming, we anticipate that's where the major threat issues are going to be issued in only a matter of a few hours. We anticipate isolated tornado warnings. We anticipate severe thunderstorms at a bare minimum. If we take a closer look at another model, we can actually see that for the area of northern Alabama, Arkansas area, even West Tennessee, there's a high rate of anticipation of severe thunderstorm activity, and with a mid-level trough in the area, we anticipate that with the cold air that's actually migrating north, There's going to be advection of the warm air mass into the system, which is going to actually increase the chances of tornadoes possibly forming in the area here. So we can actually see a 40% chance based on NOAA going forward for northern Louisiana, Arkansas area, Mississippi, as well as possibly Alabama. And that's going to be taking us through pretty much most of the day of Wednesday, starting Thursday. Now, the real threat is going to be, as this system makes its way across, it's going to be actually being impacted by a lot of different kinematics regarding the weather modeling, where multiple Cape profiling models are actually showing that the rates of the Cape profiling are somewhere between 1,000 to 2,000 joule kilograms, which suggests that there's going to be a high rate of storm helicity in the area, which is going to increase in the long run a high chance of tornado activity in the area. If we take another closer look at some of the deep weather advisories from the Severe Weather Center, forecasting through the Weather Service, we can actually see that for most of Thursday through the beginning of Friday, we anticipate severe storm activity for the areas of Memphis, Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, Birmingham, Alabama, Jackson, Mississippi, Huntsville, Alabama. We also see pretty much a high potential for severe activity also in the areas of Memphis, Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, Chattanooga. We anticipate towards the weekend that this system will actually migrate on a northeasterly track, and this will bring a significant amount of precipitation to the area of the Tennessee Valley going into the weekend. One thing that we wanted to really make a note of here going forward is that we look at what's called lapse rates, and the lapse rates currently show that based on the system modeling, that there's going to be a significant amount of instability with respect to the weather in this area, primarily having to do with the advection of the warm air mass coming up north from the Gulf as this cold body of air actually migrates across. And this is actually a prescription for very, very severe thunderstorm activity, as well as very, very severe isolated tornadoes that are anticipated. By all means, please, I appeal to all of my subscribers and the family of my subscribers, friends of my subscribers, not to take these tornado threats lightly. This is a severe threat simply because we learned many, many lessons from the modeling of only a matter of a few days ago with regards to the touchdown of tornadoes in the area of Texas and also Mississippi and Arkansas, and also severe weather that was reported only a week ago. And this might seem like a replay of what actually happened, but a lot of the issues, a lot of the modeling that we were taking a look at actually went into replay mode with this system making its way across, where it encountered the advection of the warm air mass coming that's primarily coming up from the Gulf of Mexico and impacting this low pressure system that was centered actually quite low, almost northern Mexico, South Texas. And as the system makes its way across, we actually take a look at water vapor imagery, and we saw that there was a shortwave trough that was being impacted by the advection of warm air mass, and that's actually contributing to the formation of supercells, which again are severe thunderstorm activity. Supercells are normally associated with a significant amount of hail, especially if there's low-level sharing. In this case, we do anticipate with the surface warm front that is actually on the right of this system moving forward, and as it makes its way on a northeast east northeasterly track, we anticipate that there's going to be a significant weather event, primarily in the middle in midday Thursday. But these are all the different factors of our weather forecasting we anticipate significant weather activity starting in only a matter of a few hours. So we appeal to all of our subscribers not to take the threat lightly, and to make sure that they do keep as many channels of media available, so that you'll be able to get tornado alerts. Also, please be aware of local tornado shelters, or shelters that have been made available by your local city council, so that you may be able to escape any bodily harm or loss as a result of the severe weather activity. So as we get closer into the system, monitoring the system, we're actually taking a closer look and actually seeing that we can actually see over the next 24 to 48 hours, there is a clear indication that in the areas of the Huntsville, Alabama area, and all other areas of northern Mississippi, northern Alabama, should anticipate significant weather events and touchdown of supercell activity. The water vapor imagery that we're actually noticing on our models are primarily indicating that there's enough moisture in the system to actually contribute to very, very severe weather activity with large size hail and all of the different threats that are associated with supercell formation. If we take a look closely going into the weekend, we do see that as the system makes its way on an east-northeasterly track, we do anticipate that there's going to be significant thunderstorm activity in the Tennessee Valley area. So residents of Tennessee, even Kentucky, should anticipate and prepare for significant precipitation events, possibly severe thunderstorm activity in only a matter of 48 to 72 hours as we transition into a weekend weather forecast. But by all means, do share this weather model with and this weather forecast with friends, family who are in the path of this significant weather event. Please, by all means, also definitely share it with friends, family who were affected by the systems last week, so that they can actually be in the know for any future rounds of severe thunderstorm activity based on the weather models. But by all means, please take care. Please take care of your neighbors. Please take care of yourself. Please keep all media options available so that you can stay in the know with respect to any tornado warnings or tornado watch activity that's issued locally, so that you can take the necessary steps to protect yourself. Once again, thank you for tuning in to Bow News Network. We will continue to monitor the system going forward, and as you can see from our current weather model, we do anticipate significant weather activity. We anticipate that most of this area will be lit up by NOAA very, very shortly with tornado watch and tornado warnings. So by all means, please make sure you subscribe. We will bring you the latest information. And thank you. Always remember to bow to the weather.